How bad can it get, do you think, if indeed a shutdown does happen?
Yeah, well, it depends how long it lasts is really the big question. So you just outlined the nature of who gets affected by all of this, and really the sort of incremental hit to the economy is how long does this actually last? How long does it take before the politicians go, perhaps we should sign something and get government moving again? And so, the various sort of back-of-the-envelope calculations of what this does to the economy are around the area of 0.1 to 0.2 percentage points of quarterly annualized GDP for every week that the shutdown continues. So normally they only last a couple of weeks, but, politics seems a little bit more fractious than usual, so perhaps it's going to be longer than that.
You expect it to be longer than that?
I mean, I don't expect anything. When it comes to politics, I just let them get on with it and try and figure out what's going on. But, it doesn't look particularly promising at the moment.
It doesn't. And, of course, parties are at loggerheads right now, the Democrats as well as the Republicans. But I do want to get your sense in on what this would mean for the Fed's decision going forward, because everybody's saying one more rate hike is in the works.
Yeah, well, we've never quite been there. I think we had the Fed, having peaked with a sort of low conviction call, because clearly, things are moving in a different direction in terms of inflation, and the macro data remain quite strong. But this is one of the factors that I think goes into the call of the Fed is peaked, and that's partly because of the direct impact that this is likely to have on the economy. That's one thing. The other thing is this could mess up all the data. Things like the next payrolls numbers, they get collected around the 12th of every month. We're not sure we're going to get them. If we do, are they going to be very reliable? The same goes for the next CPI numbers. So with that sort of data uncertainty and data unreliability, does the Fed have enough to say, right, OK, let's go and stick another rate hike in? And I don't think they do. And
where does that leave the whole argument on the possibility of rate cuts next year?
Yeah, well, we still think that's there. I mean, the markets just seem to have embraced this higher forever kind of viewpoint. There's practically no easing priced in 2024 and increasingly less in 2025.
Yeah. Now, Isn't it hard in 2024 being a political year, election year?
I mean, it's probably easier to be cutting than hiking.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we try and pretend that central banks aren't political animals, but let's be honest, the Federal Reserve is perhaps one of the most political of the central banks out there. So it's not going to want to upset its masters, if you like.